love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
This is for you, Kenny. It's the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. He wears many hearts, so he has a very special side. In the Brooklyn Cafe, it's a big love buffet. With roses galore, men you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Shine your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Love this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Give the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. Love you too.
Mwah. Three. Mwah. Love you, Sha. Love you, love you, love you. So Sha's going to be singing some amazing songs today, and we're going to be celebrating her son Dean's 20th birthday. So we got a lot of great stuff happening. We're going to be loving the world love. So here at Florida Love, I'm Kenny Love, founder and creator of Florida Love Show. We're a nonprofit for 501c3, and we are about spreading love all over the world so all human beings love each other. It's possible. And as I always say, God is love. This is the wallpaper on my phone. And God spreads love like love fire. And each person I say I love you to, like when I went to Publix and I got my roses and I gave out roses and I said I love you, it spreads to every human being on the planet. That's how world love is created. And here at Florida Love, we created the Florida Loving Hug. I'm actually turn this around, where you give everybody a hug and say, I love you every day, or someone a hug and say, I love you every day. And that spreads love all over the world. So I'm so excited for this show. And as you can see, beautiful Talia. I love Talia. So I love you, Talia. I just want to let you know, so Talia's here today. She came here today out of the goodness of her heart and soul. Love you, love you, love you. And so I'm very excited about that. And we get to celebrate Dean's birthday. So Dean is Shaz's son, and he's amazing. And so is Talia. She's amazing, so full of love. So I love you all you lovers. Thank you for watching the Florida Love Show today. We're going to be loving Uvalde, Texas. We're going to be loving Ukraine. We're going to be loving the world. And I mean, I was in Publix today and I was giving out roses and saying, I love you. And people were lighting up. People were lighting up. And the way that I say, I love you, spreads love all over the world. And this show is all about loving everyone in the world. So here at Florida Love, we have Days of Love. We give out roses and we say, I love you. And after George Floyd passed, I gave out roses to every African American and said, I love you. So I'm going to play you, the news picked it up, the two newses that show Roses for Change love marches. Please play the two newses.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself, and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, Smelling Sweet, CBS 4 News.
We're continuing to bring you inspiring stories from our area about people changing their communities for the better. Tonight, WPTV News Channel 5's Chris Gilmore shares the story of a man on a mission to spread love, one rose at a time.
Roses are red, and Ken Lerman's suit is too.
Love you, Anthony.
If you see his bouquets, he has a message for you.
Man, love you, brother.
The 55-year-old loves love,
I love you.
and he now uses roses to let people know it.
No, I love you.
There's some pain behind Lerman's purpose. His Roses for Change campaign began this summer after he and people across the country witnessed the fallout following the death of George Floyd while in police custody.
How can one human being do that to another human being? Like, I was crying when I saw it.
Armed with roses and a message of love, Lerman says he wanted to reach those most affected.
I got to give this to all the African Americans. They're hurting.
His message has since caught on both online and in Palm Beach County, where he regularly shares love and roses to people of all colors. We caught up with Lerman with 100 of his favorite flowers in hand at the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
A lot of learning goes on every day here in the Milagro Center, but today's lesson consisted of some flowers and 3 words going a long way.
I love you.
I was surprised, and I was like, oh, I love you too.
A lot of these teens say it's been a while since they've heard those words directed at them,
I love you.
and even longer since they've been given flowers.
It was kind of weird at first. I was like, roses, giving someone flowers. It was kind of weird because I didn't expect that, but it's pretty nice. It's a really nice gesture.
He said, I love you, you stay safe, and he told my grandma happy birthday too.
Lerman says he hopes the connection he makes with strangers leaves a lasting impact.
That's my mission every single day, to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love.
Because maybe all you need is love. In Delray Beach, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And you can help us share stories that are inspiring.
Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so I give out roses. Roses for Change love marches. I give out roses to everyone and say, I love you. And they light up. And so for me, I also want to say to Lisa Petrillo, first news reporter, mwah, I love you, Lisa. It was her birthday recently, and we said I love you to each other online. And the second reporter, I want to say, mwah, I love you. I love you, love you. And what he said was, he said, maybe all you need is love. Here at Florida Love, we say, all you need is love. And who can you give a rose to? Who can you give a card to? Who can you give anything to say I love you? So I want to introduce you to Jenna right now. So Jenna, will you please come up here? I want to give Jenna a rose, okay? I just met Jenna today. I love you, Jenna. So Jenna, please come here. Please come here. So Jenna offered to take photos today out of the goodness of her heart. That's pure love. She's such pure love, and I love you so much. And she just, again, just because. So she's taking photos today, and again, I love you, love you, love you. I want to thank you and just tell you how much I love you. Beautiful, beautiful. So I learned something this week, and here's what I learned. Hey Google, what's the definition of I love you?
According to Wikipedia, love encompasses a range of strong and positive emotional and mental states, from the most sublime virtue or good habit, the deepest interpersonal affection, to the simplest pleasure.
Hey Google, what's the definition of love?
Here's the definition of love: an intense feeling of deep affection.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I made a poster of I love you. Could you imagine if we had a world? This is what Google says I love you means. Love. Love encompasses a range of strong and positive emotional and mental states, from the most sublime virtue or good habit, the deepest interpersonal affection, to the simplest pleasure. And the flower symbol is red roses. Now, if we had a world like this, a loving world like this, that's my dream. That's what Florida Love is all about, which I call World Love. That's why I created Florida Love, to have a world of love, just like this. And the definition of love is also an intense feeling of deep affection. So I say I love you to everybody, my doorman, my super, my neighbor, people in the elevator. I was coming here, I said I love you to everyone. So I love you, Sha, love you, love you. I love you, Jenna, love you, love you. I love you, Talia. Love you, love you. And it's just such a pleasure. And I love you, everybody inside who's producing this show. I love you. I love you, love you. So it's so simple. 3 words. The power of love transforms the whole world with love, creates a loving world. So this week we had the tragedy in Uvalde, Texas, a massacre of 19 children and 2 adults. And then we had Buffalo the week before. And it just on and on and on and on. So I want to send all my love and prayers to Uvalde, Texas. And so does Sha. And so does everybody here. We're with you. We love you. I'm going to start crying. Every time I see a biography of a little kid who's, 7, 8 years old, life is short. We never know what can happen. But life is short. I could pass right now. So these people sent their kids to school. They didn't know they wouldn't come home. So we only have now to say I love you and to love everybody. So my last words to everybody are I love you. And go out and say I love you to everybody. Because, again, we all could pass now. We only have now. Now. So there was a basketball coach. I'm going to play a slideshow of his reaction to this. It's actually a video. And it's a love video, even though he's so pissed off because he lost his dad. His dad was president of American University in Beirut, Lebanon, and his dad was murdered, assassinated. So can you please play the basketball coach's video, Bree?
I'm not going to talk about basketball. Nothing's happened with our team in the last 6 hours. We're going to start the same way tonight. Any basketball questions don't matter. Since we left shoot-around, 14 children were killed 400 miles from here, and a teacher. And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California, and now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers? Because that's what it looks like. It's what we do every week. So I'm fed up. I've had enough. We're going to play the game tonight, but I want every person here, every person listening to this to think about your own child or grandchild or mother or father or sister, brother. How would you feel if this happened to you today? We can't get numb to this. We can't sit here and just read about it and go, well, let's have a moment of silence. Yeah, go Dubs, you know. Come on, Mavs, let's go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go play a basketball game. And 50 senators in Washington are going to hold us hostage. Do you realize that 90% of Americans, regardless of political party, want background check, universal background check? 90% of us, we are being held hostage by 50 senators in Washington who refuse to even put it to a vote, despite what we, the American people, want. They won't vote on it because they want to hold on to their own power. It's pathetic. I've had enough.
Powerful. Wow. I'm so moved. Wow. Yeah, so I love you, Steve Kerr. So that was a basketball coach who was about to play a huge playoff game. Instead of that, he really was saying, enough. Let's all love each other now. Let's all love each other, whatever it takes. Let's all love each other. And I was so moved by that. Let's love our families, our sisters, our brothers, our mothers, our fathers, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our children, daughters, sons. Because life is short, we only have now. So our prayers go out to Uvalde, Texas. And it's amazing that, you know, on that video, it was right after the shooting, he said 14 children? Yeah, now it's 19 children, and many of them are still in the hospital, so it could go up. Life is short. I could pass right now, we all could pass right now, so let's all love each other. So Sharon, who is pure love, who's been with me over 100 shows, I love Sharon so much. Sharon prepared a song, a beautiful song on the piano, to love, love, love Uvalde, Texas, and the whole world. So Sha, I'm going to turn it over to you. Bree, please focus on Sha.
Now, like Kenny said, is for the entire world, for everything that's been going on in Texas and everywhere. I mean, just last week it happened in my daughter's school right here in West Palm Beach. And you know, when I was listening to that video, Kenny, that we just watched, and he said, imagine if it was your kid. Well, a week and a half ago, it was my kid calling me, letting me know that it's a code red and it's real, and that she fell and she was trampled and she's bleeding, and that they're running and then they're evacuating. And thank God I can sit here today and be so grateful that it ended with just the perpetrator being shot and no staff and no children. And then this happens on Tuesday. So for every, yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sha.
Yeah, so my beautiful daughter Talia, who's here with us today, she represents all the kids in Dreyfus that, thank God, were safe due to the very quick security and police that were there literally in 3 minutes. And, you know, we wish we had that same kind of an ending for Texas, and unfortunately that's not the case. So please hug your children tight. Love them. Tell them you love them. Just like Kenny always says, the only time is now. We can pass right now. You never know when you see someone in the morning if you're going to see them later that day. I believe there was one student that the parents were there. There was like a ending ceremony. They took that picture of her holding that A++ thing, right? And they didn't know that they wouldn't be there a few hours. I mean, it's heart-wrenching. So Heal Us Now actually is a prayer. It's both in Hebrew and in English. The Hebrew words are basically pleading with the Lord, pleading with God to heal us now, to keep us safe, to keep us close. And without further ado, here it goes. רפאנו אדוני ונרפא, הושיענו וניוושע, אל קרוב לכל קורב, אך קרוב לראייה וישור. We pray for the healing of the body. We pray for the healing of the soul, for strength of flesh and mind and spirit. We pray to once again be whole. Enarefana, oh please heal us now. רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, רפואה שלמה. הנפש, רפואת הגוף, רפואה שלמה. Heal us now, heal את עמך וברך את נחלתך וראם ונשאם עד העולם. מי שברך אבותינו, מי שברך אמותינו, ענה אדוני הושיענה. We pray for the healing of the people. We pray for the healing of the land, for peace for every race and nation, every child, every woman, every man. And Arafana, oh please heal us now. רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, רפואה שלמה. And Arafana, oh please heal us now. רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, רפואה שלמה. Heal us now, heal us now.
Oh, Sha, I'm so moved. Wow. So what's it like for you to sing that, you know, for...
I'm just so grateful that I was the lucky one, you know. And I wish nothing I can say or sing or do will take the pain away of those parents who are suffering right now. But I wish that, you know, the words and the request for healing goes to our government to do something. Whatever laws they have to make stricter so that it doesn't get into the wrong hands. And I really, you know, whatever comfort we can send their way, whatever love that we can send their way, from all our heart, from the Florida Love Show and everyone here.
Love you, love you, love you, Sha.
Love you.
Love you so much. So I love Sharon so much. So when you sang the song, I thought of God. God is love.
Yeah.
And every time we say I love you, God spreads love all over the world. I love you, Sha. Love you, love you. And Sha's a cantor, by the way, if nobody knows that. She's a world famous cantor. How long, Sha?
25 years now.
25 years. So I love Sha so much. So Sha and I have done over 100 shows, over 2 years of Florida Love shows, spreading love all over the world. And we had done a show about Ukraine. And after the show about Ukraine, Ukraine started winning the war. Well, world love depends upon Ukraine winning this war. And for me, I am just, I read this every show because the world depends upon it. Love, world love depends upon it. So, lifting all Ukrainians in sincere, heartfelt prayer, dear Lord, protect all families, their children, make their spaces safe, provide for all their needs, and comfort them, sending prayers of love, peace, hope, and healing. God will prevail.
Amen.
Amen. I could be sending this to Uvalde, Texas. I could be sending this to Buffalo, New York, Ukraine. People are being massacred all over the world.
You know what, Kenny? You know, you've been reading that ever since it started. And sometimes people think, I'm just one person. What can I do? It's all the way over there. But here you are, one person, together with me in the Florida Love Show. And doing that every time, that energy, you don't realize what you can actually do. I mean, saying I can't do anything because I'm just one person all the way over here definitely doesn't make a change. It just takes one person and one person and one person. It's kind of like those drops in the ocean that on their own can't do anything, but here a drop, there a drop, and then you have a whole ocean that can move a mountain. So I really want to acknowledge you for what you're doing with Ukraine from the minute it started, and for the world.
I love you, Sha. I love you so much. Trutron. So Trutron just wrote in. Trutron is the Florida Love graphic designer of Pure Love. Trutron's heart is so huge. And he creates all these amazing posters every week. So he's done over 100 posters. He creates other posters. He's just, I love you so much, Trutron. From the bottom of my heart, I love you so much. You were so special. And he just because. He gives just because. Pure love, biggest heart in the world. That's what it's all about. That's what Jenna's doing right here, taking photos. That's what Sharon does every time she's a cantor. Or here at the Florida Love Show, she's singing Heal the World. I mean, I love you so much, Sha. I love you, love you, love you. And, you know, your love transfers to everyone around you. Your parents, your husband, Talia, who's here, Dean, whose birthday we're going to celebrate very shortly. So Sha's love spreads everywhere. So Sha, there were no accidents, okay? There were no accidents. We're going to have a little fun.
What did you do?
You may not be happy with me, but we're going to have a little fun.
You didn't.
Sha picks this poster.
You
she goes,
didn't.
this poster's on the floor. Sha, you picked it.
You didn't.
So Sha, here's me up here. We're on a video call. And I'm like, oh,
Talia, can you see that?
I love you, I love you, love you, love you, love you. We say I love you to each other every day. Really. And she's wearing this, right, a new beautiful mask, right?
Right.
Right. And to me, she looks so gorgeous. You know, this is what life's all about being real. And, you know, Sha and I, we share and spread love. We share about everything and anything. You know, we love each other so much. We're like family together. And we only have now. I could pass right now. So it's funny that you pointed this out, Sha. But Sha is so beautiful, inside and out. Most beautiful woman I know.
Good thing I gave up looking good when I let you see me look like that. And take a picture and now put it on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
You're
caught each
funny.
other in a lot of uncompromising positions, right? And on video call, but we just love each other, especially with COVID, right? Everything was video call.
Yeah, it was
So,
Zoom. We had so much
you
fun.
know, I love you, love you, love you, Sha.
Love you.
It's
Next-
so funny you picked
next
this poster.
next poster.
Okay, Sha. Okay, enough giving up looking good. So I want to go to my next poster, which is actually, who's this, Sha?
So that's Dean. He's my middle son. And he had a birthday on Sunday. He turned 20. He's in UF in Gainesville. Otherwise, we drag him down here. And he's the best. He's studying electrical engineering. And he's super independent, loves to be outdoors and travel. And that was that photo was taken at my brother's wedding. And he looked so handsome a couple years ago.
Yeah, so he's so handsome. And he plays the piano, doesn't he?
He is. He's actually, I call him my concert pianist because he's amazing.
Yeah, so he
And-
gets that from you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the piano, you know, most kids, when you teach them piano, you have to beg them to practice. This one, we had to beg to please stop. I mean, it was, and still is, the go-to thing for him whenever he's either bored or just needs to relax or just needs to enjoy. He sits down at that piano, doesn't matter what time, midnight, doesn't matter. So when he moved down to UF, the first thing we bought him was a weighted key organ so that he would have that ability. But we were very nice to his roommates, and we got him one that he could listen to, you know, one of those, unlike my real piano at home, with the headphones so that they won't kick him out at midnight when he wants to play.
Yes, so you always share with me how much you love him, that you love him so much, and how proud of him
Very
you are.
proud.
You're so proud of him.
Super proud.
All the time. Sha shares with me how much she loves Dean, how proud of him she is. So Dean, if you're watching, love you, love you, love you. Your mom loves you so much. And your mom and dad love you so much. So what's this picture, Sha?
That was his bar mitzvah, so that's 7 years ago. That's my husband,
He
Jacob.
looks almost the same.
Yeah.
He's very mature, you know, at 13.
He was, and he was already 6'2", so it was already, you know. And yeah, he was awesome. He had the best bar mitzvah ever, and he'll tell you that. So, you know.
So if any of you lovers out there want to know about the best bar mitzvah ever, how to plan it, you speak to Sha. She knows.
That's right.
And again, so Sha, tell me, what have you given Dean? I mean, he plays piano, but you love him so much. So tell me, you're so proud of him. What are you so proud of him about? What do you love about Dean so much?
Dean is very humble. And he is very generous with his money. Like he is my one kid that doesn't ask for much. If I want to give him, he always make, Mom, you sure you have enough? He worked his last year at home before going to college, teaching piano lessons. And even through COVID, he taught it through Zoom, both to children and adults, and he saved his money such that he was very, very independent when he first left. He had a nice little chunk of change where he didn't have to ask us. So that is a very beautiful, beautiful quality. Money doesn't even talk to him. Dean, you get him outside, you get him in nature, you get him hiking, you get him in RV, anything like that. And of course, he loves the whole dirt bikes and motorcycles and that stuff, which we have limited for how scary that is for a parent, right? But he's found ways. And then between that and music, so the classical piano is just so beautiful. And many times where my husband was all stressed out, Dean would sit at the piano and he would just play for him, and it was like a nice, beautiful, stress relief.
So right now there was so much love in your eyes.
Yeah.
You're
and
getting very emotional.
You know what else? He's a teacher at heart. He's very quiet, but when you get into his world, or if he's teaching you something, he takes on this whole new persona. Like he comes out of that shell and he engulfs you and welcomes you into his world. And he's a builder. From the day he was little, he took everything apart and he knew how to put it back together and then some, right? Currently, he's building, those old arcade games, the Donkey Kong and the Pac-Man and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's building one in my garage. Every time he comes home, he works on it. But the funny thing is like his most fun is not just building it, but then coming out, Mom, you want to try it? You want to play? So he really wants to see you enjoy what he created. And he's very, very creative.
Yeah, so you love him so much.
So much. Love you,
So
Dean.
much, more than anything in the world. So he's here with us right now. What would you like to say to him, or love to say to him?
Well, to go out and explore, to make a ton of friends, to just have fun, because all my children are very into their studies and the homework and the work, and they're like not the party kind of people. But I want him to bring in more fun now, not to wait, and to really just enjoy and allow others to enjoy him, because he has so much love to give.
Tell him about all your love for him.
Dean, Mommy and Daddy, we love you so much. And Ori and Talia, we adore you. I know sometimes as the middle child, you feel like you're a little lost because Ori's the older one, Talia's the baby, although she's not a baby anymore, young lady. But Mr. Dean has always been a presence, and we're all looking out for you. Ori adores you, Talia adores you, and especially Abba and Ima. And we just wish you the best. We're here to support you in any endeavor. We are here for you, and you're on the right track, and we're so proud. Couldn't be prouder of you.
So you tell him how much you love him and how proud of him you are. He also cooks, doesn't he?
Yes. Oh,
Chef
I forgot.
Boyardee, right?
I forgot Chef Boyardee. That's right. See, he has so many hidden talents. So Dean, to get to Dean's heart, ladies, if you see that handsome fellow, it's through food. Dean loves good food. No, he's not the leftover kid. He wants that fresh thing. And if I was working and I didn't have always time to cook, and there was food from yesterday that was good enough for me, I heat it up in the microwave. No, not for Dean. So he learned to cook, and he started to develop a taste for it, and he's really good. He's really good, and he makes the most amazing dishes. And there was a time where we thought between electrical engineering and cooking, like, where is he going to be? And I think he's just going to do both, and whichever lucky lady will get him will get a nice cooked meal. So.
Yes, so all you beautiful women inside and out who love food, who are foodies, who want to meet a handsome, intelligent, extremely intelligent, loving piano player who just loves everyone, Call Sharon. Speak to Sharon. He's available. And so, Sha, tell Dean how proud of you are.
Dean, happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy reaching 2 full decades. The big 2-0. We love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you so, so much. And we couldn't be prouder. You're perfect, whole, and complete as you are. Be yourself.
Wow, so beautiful, Sha. So, Dean, we love you so much, so proud of you, so handsome, so smart, so everything. He's perfect. Perfect for all you women. Perfect. The perfect, nice Jewish boy. Perfect.
Kenny's opening a love app.
I am.
A dating app on the Florida Love Show.
I am. And it's happened before.
It has happened before, like with my friend
with
Vina. That's right.
Yeah, so we had someone on the show who was a guest, and I asked her, she was single, and I said, so I'm asking you, are you going to meet the man of your dreams by Valentine's Day, to have Valentine's Day dinner with him, Valentine's dinner with him? And she said yes, and she ended up meeting him, having Valentine's dinner with him. This was in November of the year before, and she ended up marrying him.
That's right.
A few months later. So we create our world in our speaking with love.
Out of
with
thin
love.
air. Just put
saying,
it
I
out in
love
the
you, love
universe.
you, love
She
you.
said, I'm going to meet my future husband by the end of this year. And she did.
So again, all you beautiful women inside and out who would love to meet a beautiful man inside and out, Dean's available. Call Sha. Speak to Sha. Call me. We'll set it up. So, Sha, I want to play the slideshow of Dean to show everybody what Dean's all about, and then we're going to sing him happy birthday. So can you please, Bree, could you please play the slideshow of Dean?
My God. When Dean was a baby, the big blue eyes with those long lashes and that button nose and the little heart. I mean, he was so beautiful that people weren't sure if it was a boy or girl, you know, when they're in that phase, because he was just so gorgeous. And then he had these blonde curls like you saw in that picture. There's many more pictures like that. And I didn't cut them until I knew I was pregnant with Talia, with a girl, because his hair was the color that you go as a blonde to a hairdresser and you say, that's what I want. And they say, honey, only God can make that color. You know, that's the color he had in his curls. And just so beautiful.
So beautiful. So what was it like to see that slideshow just now?
Oh, it just brings back so many great memories. And the other thing is, you know, that I didn't mention before, but the slideshow reminded me about Dean, is that he's always had a soft spot for babies. You saw him there holding his niece. I mean, his cousin, my niece, my brother's daughter. And every single one of the girls, the babies that we've had in our family, all the different cousins, have always gravitated. Little children really gravitate towards Dean. He gets them. He gets their world. And he's really, really such a love bug, which he hides. He hides. I'm probably really embarrassing you right now, Dean. But he is. He's that.
He's such pure love, Dean. I love you, Dean, so much, and Mom loves you so much. So we're going to sing you happy birthday, Dean. I'm so excited to sing Dean happy birthday.
All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my darling Dean Dean. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Dean. Happy birthday to you. I can't believe you're 20. Oh my God.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Love you, Dean.
Love you, Dean. Love you, love you, love you. So, all you lovers out there, go out and love your family. Life is short. Life is short. I mean, we're talking about prayers for Texas, Buffalo, Ukraine. Love is not killing. Love is not violence. Love is no judgment. Just go out and love. Say, I love you to your family. Because again, you never know. You never know. They may not come home. So love them. So I love you all, each and every one of you. I could pass right now. So there's a song I play every single show, pretty much. And I've been playing it since Meatloaf passed. Meatloaf he's the rocker of my dreams, because he's not your typical rocker, and I'm never going to be able to see him in concert again because he just passed. And I cry every time I see this, because this song, every time I hear it, I'll do anything for love. I will, because love is everything. Everybody wants to love and be loved. So at Florida Love, we have different groups. We have that you can join on Facebook. We have Love Will Keep Us Together with 4,000 people. We have Florida Love Dating and Networking, which Dean could join, where we have 26,000 people. We have Love Songs, 310,000 people. We have Roses for Change, where we give out roses and say I love you. And we have Love Circle, where we get together in person and we say I love you. And the only requirement to be in a Florida Love group is to be loving. To be loving. That's all it is. And it's amazing. I mean, Love Will Keep Us Together. I share love with everyone on that group. We all post about love. We say love you, love you, love you. And like Sha in her song at the very beginning, the Florida Love Scene song, you know, a kiss and a hug. Yeah, we share kisses, hugs. Who wouldn't want to have that all day long? Everybody wants to love and be loved. And love songs, 310,000 people growing thousands and thousands. It's all over the world. The whole world wants to love and be loved. Doesn't matter the language. Everybody wants to love and be loved. So let's all love each other so we can all love and be loved. So I'm going to play you this Meatloaf song right now because, again, he just passed. Life is short. And it's just, it takes it's bottom of my heart. I'll do anything for love. So please play the Meatloaf song.
Some days it don't come easy, and some days it don't come hard. Some days it don't come at all, and these are the days that never end. And some nights you grieve and fight, and some nights you carved in ice. Some nights you're like nothing I've ever seen before. I will again. And maybe I'm crazy, oh it's crazy and it's true. I know you can save me, no one else can save me now but you. As long as the wheels are turning, as long as the bells are ringing, as long as your dreams are coming true, you better believe that I would do anything for love. do it with you so long, oh, so long, and I would do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Oh, no, won't do
Will you
that.
raise me up? Will you help me down? Will you get me right out of this God-forsaken town? Will you make it all a little less old?
I can do that. Oh, I can do
Will you make
that.
me some magic with your own two hands? Can you build an emerald city with these grains of sand? Can you give me something I can take home?
Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do
Will you care to every fantasy I got? Will you hold me down with holy water if I get too hot? Will you take me places I've never known?
I can do that. I can do that.
Territory I've been around, it'll all turn to dust and we'll all fall down. And sooner or later you'll be screwing around.
I won't do that. No, I won't do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. No, I won't do that.
Oh, I get so emotional every time I see that. Yeah, I'll do anything for love. So there was one thing I did want to say. So I just want to say to you, Talia, that I love you so much. And it's just such an honor and privilege to have you here today and to be our featured guest. So Talia, Sharon's youngest, Sharon's beautiful daughter. So Talia was on our second show, and she met the man of her dreams, Joshua. And again, love spreads. And, you know, we talked about Vina, but I wanted to talk about Talia. Talia met the man of her dreams, Joshua. So I love you, Joshua. Just want you to know, and I love you, Talia. And it's beautiful. Yeah, almost 2 years since the second show. So, you know, to fall in love, it's the best thing in the whole world. To love and be loved is the best thing in the whole world. So again, Talia, I love you so much. Sha, love you so much. Joshua, love you so much. And I just want to hold this up because, you know, we're talking about love with Talia and we're sharing love for Dean. There are people, human beings in Ukraine and Uvalde, Texas, who didn't come home. I'm going to start crying. Life is short. Go out and love everybody while they're still here. Say, I love you. Just because. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. Love you, love you, love you. So I want to play a song by Stevie Love because love is peace. And Stevie Love was on the show probably about a year ago during COVID. He was on the show and he sang a song about peace. And I want to play this song because it's so important that we have peace in the world, especially after this. So please play the peace song.
Now I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has become. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be someday it's going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh-ah, ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on the peace train. Peace train, holy roller, everyone jump on the peace train. Ooh-ah, ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on, come on. Now get your bags together, go bring your good friends too, 'cause it's getting nearer and soon it will be with you. Now come and join the living, it's not so very far from you, and it's getting nearer and it soon will be with you. Now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? Now out of the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Peace train, take this country, take me home again. Peace train, holy roller, everyone jump on the peace train. Ooh-ah, ee-ah, ooh-ah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah, ee-ah, 'cause it's the peace train.
Love you all. We're going to spread love and peace all over the world so we can all love each other. So Sha prepared a song. Actually, this song is probably one of my favorite songs. Sha says to me, I don't know, a while back, she says, you got to see this movie, The Greatest Showman. And I saw this movie and I was blown away. Because to me, it's what Florida love is all about, dreaming. Create what you want to see in the world. I want to see everybody love each other. That's my dream. So I created it. And when I first did, people thought I was crazy. Crazy. How, you know, people still think I'm crazy. People all love each other. You say I love you to everybody? Yeah. Yeah. Crazy is a compliment. So anybody ever calls you crazy, it's a compliment if you're out there making a difference in the world. So Sha, I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for introducing me to this movie. I actually have the Greatest Showman jacket with the Elvis costume I got from Crazy About Costumes. So I love you, Karen. Love you, love you. If you ever want a costume, see Karen at Crazy About Costumes. She's amazing. Love you, Karen. So Sha, take it away with dreaming.
Dedicated to all you lovers out there and all of you who think that your dreams can no longer come true. Just wake them up again, dream them again. It's never, ever, ever too late.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through when no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care, so call me crazy. We could live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Sharon's handsome husband, brilliant husband, Jacob. I love you, Jacob.
Love you too.
Yeah, love you, Jacob. So I actually had the honor, and if you're watching, Helena, of speaking with Jacob's mom this week. And she's so full of love, just like Jacob.
Thank you.
And Sha and Jacob just had their 25th anniversary. They're so in love. And I think this is the first time I've introduced you to everybody, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At least sitting up here next to you.
Yeah. So Jacob, every show, picks up Sharon and takes her to her cantorial down in Miami.
Miami, right?
Who wouldn't want, he's the best husband in the world. I love you, Jacob. You're amazing. Amazing, amazing. Thanks, Freddie.
Thank you.
So-
I'm not used to this.
What would you love to say to Sha right now about how beautiful that song was?
It's always amazing how she sings. She puts it together, and she can pull it off at any time, and plays the piano beautifully and sings amazing every time.
Love you.
Yeah. Love you, love you, love you, Sha. And you love her so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And tell her you love her.
I love you.
Yeah. So I want to thank everyone, all you lovers out there. Sha does too. That we love you. And
So much. We love you.
so much we love you. And we want to thank you for watching the Florida Love Show today. I'm actually going to have Jacob end the show with me.
Yes.
So we end the show with who can you give a rose to? And we put the roses out. So Jacob and I love you. Right? Love
Yes.
you, love you, love,
Love
you.
you.
And love you, Helena, Jacob's mom.
Yes.
Right?
Love my mother,
Love
Helena.
you, Helena.
Yes.
Helenka in Hebrew, right?
Yeah. Hannah.
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 Okay. So we love you. And so we'll take your roses.
Yes.
Grab the roses. So as I end every show, who can you give a rose to? I love you. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.